Hey everyone, Tracy Taylor here from Taylor Made Transformations. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about forgiveness. Last time we talked about forgiving ourselves, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about forgiving other people. And as I said before, and I think a lot of us know that these kind of emotions, anger, resentment, guilt, are felt deeply in the body, and they really can affect your health and your psyche as well, but they really can affect your health. And it's important to clear these out and really deal with them, especially when you're working on self-growth and trying to be the best person you can be. And these three emotions, anger, resentment, and guilt, are felt deeply in the liver. And the liver is responsible really for the entire detoxification of the body. So this is really important stuff here. And it's important to really deal with these emotions. Oftentimes clients who have these emotions, I find that they wake up at certain hours of the night. And once we clear these emotions out and really start to deal with them, they get far better sleep as well. So anyway, I want to first clarify that forgiveness is not reconciliation. And I feel that a lot of times we get really stuck there. We think forgiving somebody means that we have to talk to them again, or that we are going to have a relationship with them again. And that's not at all what it means. And a lot of times I feel that we get caught up also forgiving somebody for something that we don't really quite feel is okay. But we forgive them because we're afraid to be alone. And whenever you make a decision based on fear, it never turns out well. So I would keep that in mind as well. But as far as forgiveness, the best way I have found to work on forgiveness, well, there's several ways to work on learning to forgive people. But we all have one or two or more people, it depends, that are really hard to forgive. For whatever reason, maybe that person was extra close to you, they're a family member. Some people are extremely hard to forgive, and it's going to take you many times and many practices of forgiving them. And each time you may forgive a little bit more. So don't beat yourself up if it just doesn't work right away. You will begin to feel lighter and better about the situation. But if it's something that's deep and really involved, and it's somebody who's been with you for a while, it's going to take several cycles of this. But for me, and for what I have a lot of my clients do, is I have them write a letter as if they were that person, writing themselves a letter and saying whatever it is that you need to hear from that person to make you feel better. An apology, whatever it is that you need to hear from that person. You write it as though you're that person. And then you read that letter to yourself daily. Some clients need to read it more than daily. They read it several times a day. And you just do this for as long as you need to do it. And it's going to vary depending upon you and who you are and how deeply you're hurt. And we all feel levels of hurt on different levels. But you will begin to feel lighter. Daily affirmations are another thing that I find wonderful. Talking to yourself in a positive manner throughout the day it does wonders for the mind. But these letters are really important. They have been what I have found to be the greatest tool with the most dramatic change in the least amount of time. But when you forgive somebody, that forgiveness is really not for them. And you don't even really need to even say, I forgive you, to them. You don't need to do that. You don't need to ever talk to the person again in your life if you don't want to, because you're not condoning the behavior or the words or whatever was done to you. You're not saying it's okay what they did when you forgive them. You're not saying that. What you're doing is forgiving them and you're no longer living in the past. So you can move forward. When we feel resentment or anger or hurt or towards another person over something they've done or said to us, we're living in the past. And when you live in the past, you can never move forward. You may slowly move a little bit forward. You might take 4 steps forward, then 3 steps back. But you can never completely propel yourself forward and move on to be the successful person that you want to be and many other things in life unless you bring yourself up out of the past. I have a lot of clients that live in the past. And when we get them out of the past and into the now, radical, wonderful things happen in their life. But forgiveness is huge. You have to forgive yourself and you have to forgive other people. And like I say, it may take many, many cycles for certain people, but that's okay because they're all steps. And daily practice will give you the person that you want to be. So those are my thoughts on forgiveness, and I hope that helps somebody. I know it's a struggle, and you can do it. We all can do it, and we can help each other through it. If you have a moment, I would love for you to like or comment or subscribe to my channel, share my videos. I would so much appreciate it. Thanks, guys, and have a great one.